Hi, I'm Nancy Herman, Marketing Director with the Tulsa Performing Arts Center.
And I'm John Scott, Director of the Performing Arts Center. And you're watching
Explore Tulsa.
Hello, and thanks for joining us for this week's Explore Tulsa. And we'll start by going behind the scenes of the Pac-Man movie with James Farr.
Then we'll learn some of the history that makes up the Mabee Center with GM Tony winners.
And with the Olympics starting up this month, we'll introduce you to the Jinx America track team.
Plus, the guy behind the wheel of those black and white striped vehicles that we all know as the Skunk Whisperer.
Hi, I'm Trish Whitmer.
And I'm Stevie Fernandez, and we're wearing our Explore Tulsa colors today.
We like to match, and it's so nice of you to join us for this week's Explore Tulsa.
Plus, remember, all summer long, Video Revolution at 71st and Lewis is working with us to give away a TV a month.
And it's a really nice TV too, Stevie. It's a 40-inch Sony Bravia, and all you have to do is wait for Stevie and I to tell you which one of our segments is the key for you to register to win that awesome prize.
Before too long, you might even find yourself enjoying the work of our first guest on your new TV.
James Farr is the creative mind behind many animations that you, no doubt, have already seen but just didn't know yet.
And his latest masterpiece is sure to bring you great pleasure too. Check it out for yourself.
Inject the nanopolymer.
Yes, sir. Since I was young, I was always fascinated by, things like the Muppets, figuring out how those worked. How were they making Kermit the Frog ride a bicycle? And being so far removed from LA and from Hollywood, being in Tulsa, animation was really the only avenue that I could kind of pursue actively at a young age. In 1996, I went to Rogers State University in Claremore. For the very first time, an initiative was kind of kicked off to put college curriculum on the internet, and at the time it was this amazing pie-in-the-sky idea. And my job was to learn web-based animation software, Flash, things like that, and animate the lesson plans online. In 2001, I was able to sell one of my little side projects that I had done at school to the Simpsons people at Film Roman, which kind of got me into a whole new set of Rolodexes. The earliest piece that I was the most proud of is probably still Zombie with an X, which is an animated show that I produced all by myself. So throughout that process, I was able to learn a lot of the things that I now use in my day-to-day job. And the Zombie show was eventually, it went on to comic books, and there's an illustrated novel and skateboards and all these things. And then it was finally optioned by DreamWorks in, I think, 2009.
Ready to engage in 5, 4, 3, 2, maze engaging.
When I was 13, Gremlins was probably my favorite movie at that time. I sent a fan letter to Joe Dante, the director of Gremlins and Gremlins 2, and just said, I'm the biggest Gremlins fan in the world, and I love your work, and I think these movies are amazing, and will there ever be a Gremlins 3? One day I hope that we can, work together on something, and this is just the coolest thing ever. And huge amount of time goes by and you don't hear anything. And then one day in '93, a big, huge UPS box shows up on my front porch, and it's just full of, signed scripts and original non-Xerox storyboards and props and pieces of puppets and all these different things, with a little note from Joe saying, befitting your status as #1 Gremlins fan. I thought that this stuff shouldn't be in my garage, it should be in your house. And one day when you're doing this for a living, come look me up and we'll do something together. When Steelhouse brought me on board, the idea was, if we could prove that we could crack something as incredibly bizarre as Pac-Man and actually make it really work in a cool way, then we felt like that would kind of punch our ticket in terms of having to prove ourselves to studios and what have you. And it seems like it's worked. There's no reason that we need a coastline to do, cool stuff like Transformers and stuff like that. We can do it all right here. And for Pac-Man, for example, we used all Tulsa talent, and we were very deliberate in doing so. So that not only could we kind of unveil it to the world and say, wow, isn't this cool, but we could say, Also, we did it all here. We didn't, farm anything out to California or New York or anything like that. One of the great things that the Pac-Man piece has done, we're getting work now on a level that we have never gotten before, and we've gotten a chance to work on brands that we maybe never would have gotten a chance to work on before. So every day it's kind of like coming to Toys R Us. In a given week, we've pretty much worked on all of our favorite things, and so it's really hard to complain.
Doctor, I think you just changed everything.
Pac-Man the movie, how awesome would that be? Trish, do you play any Pac-Man?
Well, as a matter of fact, Stevie, I'm pretty good at catching those little ghosts at the new Pac-Man game at Dave & Buster's.
Sounds like a challenge to me. But first, we're going to visit your alma mater with a trip to the Mabee Center when Explore Tulsa continues. I better compare other TV prices on my cell phone. Hey, what are you doing there? Oh, I thought I had a text message or something. No worries. At Video Revolution, we encourage our customers to shop around for the best price. We'll even match it.
For 28 years, Video Revolution has offered service, features, and prices you won't find in a big box store.
You know, you look like Joe Pesci.
Hi everyone, this is Daryl with Oklahoma Biker. Be sure to watch Oklahoma Biker's Last Call on Tulsa's Channel 8.
I'm Kate Hoback.
And I'm Brian Pascal. We're with Tulsa's Young Professionals.
And you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Hey, thanks for sticking around for more Explore Tulsa.
Now, Trish, you're a student at ORU, right?
Yep, sure am.
What are you majoring in?
Nursing.
Oh, you're going to be one of those TV nurses.
No, Stevie, like a real life nurse.
Ooh, wow, what's that campus life there?
Well, it's pretty hoppin'.
Pretty hoppin', then maybe you can tell me if Kiss ever played at the Mabee Center.
Well, I can't say that I know that, but if anybody knows, it'd be the Mabee Center GM, Tony Winters.
Hi, my name's Tony Winters. I am the building manager of the Mabee Center, and I am the GM of Conference and Event Services at Oral Roberts University. The Mabee Center was built in 1972, and of course we're celebrating our 40th year this year as an arena. When the facility was originally envisioned, Oral Roberts and the university needed both a basketball facility and a performing arts center or a TV studio. So really, basically, the Mabee Center was built as a total prototype. It really is far more like a performing arts center than it is an actual arena. Most arenas are built to be very loud and acoustically not great. Our building was really built more for the concert business and for television. So the acoustics in the Mabee Center have been compared. Pavarotti said the acoustics in our building were the best he'd ever been in any arena in the world. The first concert at the Mabee Center was Johnny Cash. And I don't know, I don't think you could have probably had a bigger performer than Johnny Cash. Obviously back in '72 he was at his height as well, so I'm sure that was a huge event when it first opened. Elvis Presley has played here 3 times. During one of the concerts, there was actually somebody got shot in the parking lot, so I'm sure that was real big newsworthy at the time. They were not killed, but they were shot by law enforcement. Not really sure of the whole story. Yeah, if when you sort of cast your mind back, the large arena doing concerts really only came out of the Beatles. I mean, the Beatles were the first band, so you're talking about late 60s, early 70s. So big arenas were really not needed in the 60s and 50s. Most of those performers played smaller events, and then of course Elvis primarily played, he never toured. I don't think he ever played in Europe. And I don't believe he even toured much in the United States, except for his very early years. So we feel like we're probably one of the few existing facilities where Elvis Presley played. Most of the casinos in Vegas are all gone. The Sands and the places like that he would have played. So, from a historical point of view, we're probably one of the last places still around and still viable that Elvis played at. When the building was built, and obviously I don't know this for a fact, but basically they created the largest tornado shelter in the state of Oklahoma. If you look around, you don't see any, there's no columns, there's no beams or anything like that. The whole ceiling, the whole roof of the facility is actually held together with cables that all pull from the ceiling and go down on, it lines up basically with the stairs at the very back of the balcony, and it sinks down into 35 feet of concrete. And then obviously it's a glass building on the front of the facility, so all of the roll down doors coming into the main facility are all steel doors. So if we're ever in a tornado, basically everybody comes in here and we roll down all the doors and you couldn't be safer. We've got a number of things sort of that tie in with our 40th year anniversary. We're looking at doing an online and a timeline sort of museum of all of the things that have happened at the Mabee Center over the years, all of the amazing events. It's going to be on our concourse level. And then obviously we're always looking at new technology with regard to our lights and sound. We did buy new lights about a year ago, so we have a lot of in-house lights that are all brand new, and our sound system is about 2 or 3 years old as well. So always trying to upgrade and make things obviously as good as we possibly can.
Wow, Johnny Cash, Elvis, and so many other great stars performing for Tulsa just right down the street at 81st and Lewis.
And I'll tell you something else amazing, Stevie. If you folks stop in at Video Revolution, located at 71st and Lewis, and tell them that you saw the Mabee Center on Explore Tulsa, that will register them to win a 40-inch Sony Bravia TV to be given away July 28th.
You can also register online by visiting us at exploretulsachannel.com and sending us an email with that same information.
Hey, Stevie, why don't you go and get your running shoes out?
That's right. Next up, we jump on the track with the Jinx America track team when Explore Tulsa continues.
Looking for a new home entertainment experience? Well, hi, and welcome to Video Revolution, Tulsa's best in cutting-edge electronics. Professional, highly trained home entertainment experts. Video Revolution's been serving Tulsans for over 25 years with name brands like Sony, Klipsch, Mitsubishi, Samsung, and so many more. Great selection, price match guarantee, custom installation, expert assistance equals home entertainment success. See for yourself. The Video Revolution showroom features the largest selection of flat panel TVs in all of Oklahoma. Plus the latest in 3D entertainment. Highly trained home entertainment experts on hand. Professional delivery, installation, and service after the sale. And the best selection of name brands. Visit us online at videorevolution.com and find out more about everything we have to offer. Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, I'm Mike Winkle, Sales Director for Tulsa Truck Works. When you come into Tulsa Truck Works, you'll be instantly thrilled with a complete line of accessories available for your pickup truck. We are Tulsa's best choice for truck accessories, specializing in the brands and professional installation that you can rely upon without fail. Best of all, we install what we sell and can coordinate a complete redo of your truck, van, or SUV. Come see us at 9300 East Broken Arrow Expressway or call us at 628-6700.
We're very excited that you chose to stay with us for more Explore Tulsa. Last year, Stevie and I both ran the Tulsa Run and the Route 66 half marathon.
Well, that's right, Trish. She kind of kicked my butt in both. But this year, I have a secret weapon. Coach Mike Barber of the Jinx America track team.
Club started in 1993, and I've been the head coach of the club since 1994. Basically, we dreamed little kids could come, all the way to older people could come. We dreamed that it would be a place for all ages and all desires of runners to meet, and that they could build bone density and get healthy together, as well as go on and become great runners to just regular runners. We've had 310 kids get scholarships to college. You know, they run with their high school teams, they run with our team, and that continuum has allowed the kid to stay in shape and become great athletes. Well, our best girl athlete that ever came here was Brianna McLeod. She went to Jenks High School, and she came to me in about 7th grade, and when she would come to practice, she would get lost every night because she was so slow. And as she built strength, she became very aware she could run fast. She went on to set Oklahoma records. She ran at the University of Washington. She was an outstanding human being, still is an outstanding human being. She's graduated from Washington. In fact, I still work with her a little bit as a runner. But she's remarkable. This last weekend, one of our runners, Mikhail Davis from Fairfax, Oklahoma. Kids drive hundreds of miles to come to practice. And she came down from Fairfax, which is between Ponca City and Cleveland. And last weekend, she ran her first marathon at Chicago Marathon. She ran 2 hours, 48 minutes and 1 second. She missed the Olympic trial qualifying mark by 2 minutes and 1 second, over 26.2 miles. So she's on the way. She's 27, and we're believing she's going to make the Olympic team. Another of our girls last year, Camille Herron, made the A standard for the marathon. She ran 2 hours, 38 minutes and 23 seconds, I believe. So she's a fantastic athlete that came to the club. Well, running is a test of your own self. Running is not a team test. You don't have to be a certain height. You don't have to be a certain size. You don't have to run the 40 in a certain speed. You basically have to learn to endure. The first training ages is probably about 7 or 8 years old when the kids want to train. But many of my kids have come before that. There's been so many U.S. champions that have come out of this team that hopefully, if they want to keep running, will. And there's been hundreds more that just came out, got some bone density, strengthened their heart, found a love for running, ran together, and we have friendship that way. I would just encourage parents, if they're in their 20s or 30s and they have little kids and they want to bring them down, just bring them down. They'll sit in the sand or along the fence, and that's fine. But don't miss this chance to be able to be fit and help yourself.
Hi, I'm Reagan Ward, and I run the 3000 and the 1500. This is how I get all my training in. Your schools don't run as much mileage, which is what you need to be strong for your race, so this is probably the most important part of my day. I've gone to nationals about 5 times now, and our 4x8 relay has won 3 times, and I've won the 1500 twice and the 3000, so 6 total.
Hi, I'm Abby Hoover, and I run the 800 and the 1500. I just love the challenge. It's all you. You're not on a team, and it's just you yourself, and it's up to you to do your best and give it your all. I've gotten a lot better by joining this club, and you just do a lot of workouts that you don't do at school to help improve your strength and your speed, and it's just a great program.
Hi, I'm Kendall Toyin. I compete in track and cross country. I run cross country 5K, and my favorite race in track is the 1600 meters. It's not too long and it's not too short, so I kind of think it's a good balance of speed and endurance, and that's one of the main reasons I like it. To become a part of this team, basically all you have to do is just have that desire to push yourself every single day and get better in cross country, track, whatever your event is.
I want anybody in Tulsa who wants to develop their potential as a human being and using running as a vehicle to come. Use this chance, because this is a time that we gather up as Tulsans, and we dream together and we get fit together.
Jinx America has helped over 300 kids win scholarships all over the country and are doing some amazing work helping all ages get in shape.
They certainly have, Stevie, but there's no way you're beating me this year.
We'll just see about that, because if you haven't noticed, my hair is now styled more aerodynamically, just for more speed.
Well, you just keep believing that. That's going to even make a difference. And I'll tell folks to stick around for the Skunk Whisperer next when Explore Tulsa continues.
For a taste of Italy in Tulsa, may we recommend Ti Amo. For 20 years, Tulsa diners have come to Ti Amo for the very best in authentic Italian and Mediterranean dishes. With a dining room perfectly suited for single diners or groups and an incomparable menu, it's easy to see why Ti Amo has been voted best Italian restaurant in Tulsa. Ti Amo now with 2 locations, 61st and Sheridan, and our new downtown location on the northeast corner of 3rd and Cheyenne. Ti Amo, fine dining at an affordable price.
Where were you on the night in question?
I was at Video Revolution. They're open till 7 Monday through Friday, 6 on Saturdays, and 5 on Sunday.
Is there anyone that can testify to the accuracy of your story?
Yeah, all the salespeople were caring and friendly. and they knew everything about home entertainment, all my home entertainment needs, from HD TVs to camcorders and 3D TVs.
The evidence all points to Sony choosing Video Revolution for major growth as an Oklahoma independent retailer. Video Revolution even offers a 30-day lowest price money-back guarantee. The facts are evident, with features and prices you won't find at a big box store. My investigation is proof positive for the best service before and even after the sale. It would be a crime not to stop by Video Revolution.
There's more than a new look at Guitar House of Tulsa. The new amp room with Gensbands, Orange, and Mesa Boogie you won't find anywhere else in Tulsa. Expanded guitar and bass sections with Paul Reed Smith, Spector, Music Man, Ibanez, Jackson, Taylor, Takamine, Alvarez, plus a nice selection of vintage guitars. And Tulsa's exclusive Martin Marquis dealer. Best instructors in Green Country with never a lesson sign-up fee. Ask about their 3-month layaways and financing. Guitar House of Tulsa. They'll keep you strumming along. On Admiral east of Sheridan, online at guitarhouseoftulsa.com.
Hello again, and thanks for continuing with us for more Explore Tulsa.
Hey, no doubt while driving around town, you've come across one or more of those vehicles that looks like a giant skunk on 4 wheels.
Never fear, the Skunk Whisperer is here, and his name is Ned Bruja.
My name is Ned Bruja. I am the Skunk Whisperer, Vice President of Skunk Whisperer Incorporated here in Tulsa. We have a location in Oklahoma City and in your backyard soon. In 1996, my wife and I moved from Wisconsin here to Oklahoma. I was going to go to Oklahoma Farrier College in Sperry and be a farrier. That's trimming horses' hooves and horseshoeing. I wanted to be a farrier and do wildlife control on the side. Wildlife control won out. When you have an entrepreneurial mind and your hobby gets in the way of your real job or vice versa, your hobby is no longer a hobby, it's a career. My job now is to get wildlife out and keep wildlife out. When I was 7 years old, growing up in Wisconsin, I wanted to figure out what those chipmunks, which were burrowing all over in the yard and the graveyard in my backyard, what their living room looked like. So young Ned goes and takes 2 garden trowels, blocks it off, and starts to exhume the chipmunks' tunnels. Lo and behold, one of those little striped mongrels went up and popped me right in the forehead. I've been after the critters ever since. We used to trap and relocate animals, point at the hole, and tell people you need to get that fixed. Then we come back the next week or next month and take their animals and money again. My father called me a thief. He says, Ned, you need to quit trapping and relocating these animals. It's not good for the animals, and I taught you better than that. You get your tail up there on the roof and you fix a hole. You're not taking care of their problem. You're just getting rid of the symptom. I said, Dad, how do I do that? These things chew through metal. He says, boy, that's your job. I'm a school teacher. If you want to continue doing what you're doing, you need to figure it out. So I got up on people's roofs for about 2 years or so, doing repairs for free until I could find a way to get them out and keep them out without trapping and killing them. People always ask, Ned, what's the most dangerous animal you deal with? My effortless answer, humans. Traditional thinking brings about traditional results. Everybody in their mind thinks it's warm and fuzzy and perfect to trap that animal and relocate it. It's not good for the animal. But when you do this professionally for a living and as a career teach other people how to do it, you know that wildlife is totally predictable. Humans are not predictable. Wildlife, I know exactly what it's going to do, when it's going to do it, and why it's going to do it. You can either, 1, repeatedly trap an animal that's going to be automatically replenished, or you can get rid of what it wants. So what's the animal want? All they want is 3 things: food, water, and shelter. Get rid of at least one of those items and your problem's gone. Not once, but for good, period. We're getting into wildlife birthing season here in Oklahoma. As it warms up, all the animals wake up. Make sure that they don't have babies in your attic, under your shed, under your house, or deck. Walk around your house. Do you see any holes that look like an animal chewed in? If so, take a plastic bag and lightly stick it in the hole. If it gets pushed out, an animal came out. If it gets pushed in, an animal went in. Our business was originally called Brujas Nuisance Wildlife Control Incorporated. Pretty boring. So when you walk into a building and you escort a skunk out without being sprayed, you end up with the nickname Skunk Whisperer. Well, after you start talking to your trademark attorney and she says that's a nightmare, but it can be done, we said, let's get going. Sooner or later, we end up with our logo, a federal trademark, and trucks driving around Oklahoma with skunk stripes on them. The trucks look like a skunk inbred with a circus wagon. They're fun, they're attractive, and so are our services. We know how to get animals out and keep them out forever.
Ned has certainly made a name for
He
himself.
really has, Trish. He's got like offices all over Oklahoma, a TV show in the works, and Ned's been whispering to a lot of rodents for a long time.
And if you've got a pest that you'd like to get rid of, you can find more out at TotalWildlifeControl.com.
Stick around, there's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Hi, I'm Jamie Harris with Qantas Creative. Did you know that Qantas Creative provides IT services? That's right. We specialize in the full gamut of IT solutions, including structured cabling for data, voice, and video, as well as full network architecture and setup. Our IT services are unmatched because we're a one-stop shop for IT solutions. Is your business ready to take advantage of new opportunities and emerging technologies? Qantas Creative offers IT solutions tailored to your business to save you time and money. We'll work with business owners of any size business, from new ones still working out of their home to businesses with dozens of locations. With more than 2 decades of experience in IT services, our technicians can offer you outstanding, cost-effective service for all IT applications. Let the Qantas Creative team help you with your IT needs today. Call us at 918-794-2758 or visit us online at QantasCreative.com. That's QantasCreative.com.
Remember, stop in at Video Revolution, tell them you saw the Maybe Center on Explore Tulsa, and you'll be registered to win a 40-inch Sony Bravio TV to be given away July 28th.
You can also email us your entry by visiting ExploreTulsaChannel.com. Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show. So a special thanks to James Fart for allowing us to get a sneak peek at his Pac-Man movie.
Thanks too to Tony Winters for the great shows he and his team bring to the Maybe Center, and to Mike Barber of Jinx America Track Team for making me fast enough to smoke Trish this year.
No way, Stevie, plus the skunk whisperer, Ned Bruja.
Remember, if you missed any of the show, you can always catch us at ExploreTulsaChannel.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook and share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about. Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is always brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
If you're looking for home audio, home video, and HD TVs,
or you just want to check out the latest in 3D entertainment,
please stop by and say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs, and we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.